First topic, how to get ahead in life. And number two, Fortnite. All right, this is how you get ahead in life. First, and this is the main thing, it's having a system. At first, if you rely on motivation, you are going to be motivated for a few days and then it's going to go away. You're not going to be motivated. You're not going to want to strive. And you're going to get into this plateau because you're solely relying on a feeling to come for you to do your work or for you to get up and do what you need to do. However, you need to move regardless. And one of the true and only ways you're going to do that is with a system. For example, instead of you reacting to the day, you're going to have a structure. You're going to have a routine that you can go to so that every single day you're able to look at this list and making sure that you're checking off every single box. Make up bed, done. Brushing teeth, done. Washing your face, done. Eating, done. Taking a shower, done. From the morning to the afternoon to the night. All of it has to be done. That is one of the ways you can get ahead in life. Two, it's pretty simple. Sticking to that system. It's one thing to have a system, and it's another to stick to it on a consistent basis. The reason why you want to stick to it is because it's going to train your brain. It's going to rewire your brain to be consistent while having a system. This is exactly what you need to improve your life. It is that simple. There's no hidden trick. There's no hidden scroll. It's that simple. All you need, a system, and stay consistent. And always see what you could do to improve that system also. All the extra stuff that you need to do, that can come later. But those are the main three things that you need at first. You need those things. It's very vital for your life. Second thing we're going to talk about is Fortnite. Now, Fortnite, guys, is a game that I've played for a very long time, but I don't play it as much. Now, I'm an Xbox player personally. Now, I know you're probably asking, wait, if you're an Xbox player, why do you have a PlayStation controller? Now, look, PlayStation isn't bad, don't get me wrong. But I would say Xbox is up right now. It's always been a debate. It's always been a question. Which one is better, Xbox or PlayStation? But I gotta stick to Xbox. I have to. Gotta stick to it. It was the OG console. Actually, the first console I had was an Xbox 360. First one. First ever console. So ever since that, I fell in love with Xbox. What's good? Dale Snyder, what's good? Going back to Fortnite though, this season is okay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm mainly a creative player, so I haven't too much played the actual season. However, Fortnite, it's not the same anymore. Unfortunately, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not the same. They're always adding something that the noobs can use and abuse, and it's annoying. I remember I remember chapter 2, season 1 with the black screen, and we had to wait 2 to 3 days just to play. It's insane. Chapter 2, season 1 was the first season that I got the battle pass. And ever since that, I started collecting the battle pass. And then I stopped collecting the battle pass because I stopped playing because the game got so boring. Fortnite is not the same anymore. Unfortunately, it's not the same. And I've mainly been focused on other things. Now, as far as whether or not I'll play again. Obviously, I'll keep on playing the game. The game's fun. However, I'm not trying to go professional in the game like I once was. I remember I always was going on Amazon every day. I was looking up 240 hertz monitors. I was looking up the best PC, Ryzen 5, all of these gaming PC specs because most of us grew up with a console and a TV, and that's not enough to be a professional at Fortnite. So I'd always look up what's the best keyboard and mouse. I needed a router, I needed a modem. You need at least an 144 hertz monitor for professional gameplay in Fortnite. In order to compete in FNCS and all that, you at least need 144 FPS. So I never had that. I always had a regular TV with a kitchen chair. That's all I had. That's all I had for Fortnite. I remember one time I was competing in this tournament, and I was top 8 at the time. And the time of the tournament was about to close in 30 minutes, and I queued up to one more game. And my grandma decided to do game night on the day that I was actually about to win money for the first time in Fortnite. That got me mad. I was top 8, and top 8's earnings was about $300, and this is going to be my first earnings in the game. I'm telling you. Yet, we had to do game night, and I was going in between my room and the living room because I wanted to play the game. I wanted to get earnings, but then I had to do game night as well. So we would play Monopoly every Saturday or Sunday. We would always do that. However, I thought that me being in top 8, the way it said it, I thought I was actually in top 8. However, I wasn't. I was in top 8 when it came to something else, but I wasn't in top 8 as in I'm in 8th place. No, they meant top 8 in 8th place. So I was saying, oh, so I wasn't going to earn earnings regardless, but I thought I was, which is why I got mad. I would say one of the best maps in the game of Fortnite is the Zone War and Box Fight map, but they're in the same game mode. I'm gonna show you the controller that I play with real quick. Hold on. So I have it. Bro, I haven't put out this controller in a little minute. That's crazy. Wait, where's my controller? It's gone now. It's wraps. It is wraps. Hold on. Guys, I did not see my controller. It actually it might be wraps. Hold on. So I have an Xbox controller, but I don't know if I can find it. No way. I do not see my Xbox controller. That is crazy. That's crazy. I don't even see my Xbox controller. What the heck? I'm gonna have to find that. We're gonna have to find my Xbox controller, but I have this Power A one, and I used to always collect them for Fortnite. Now, let me tell you about the Power A controllers. The ones that cost $20 to $30 at Walmart, those are so bad when it comes to the stick drift when playing Fortnite. My mom used to buy one week. I would literally play on that controller for a week and there's already stick drift. And my mom would have to keep on buying those cheap controllers over and over and over again. Then I had to upgrade. I went from the $20 Power Xbox controller to the $40 one. And those are a little bit better. Those are a little bit better. However, we're going to go and end right here, though. We're going to keep it short and concise for today. Next live will be longer. And you guys stay blessed. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.